Patel from Agri Private Limited. I'm a senior agronomist at Agri. Today I'm here to present you hydroponics about hydroponics. Hello, ma'am. Is that?
Yes, sir. Please proceed. Please proceed. Your slides are not moving.
Okay. So let me tell you about hydroponics. So hydroponics is nothing but a system in which we can grow plants without using a soil. Soil, we can use some inert medias like cocoa peat and NFT channels. And for providing nutrition, we will mix the nutrition in a water, and through water, we will give all the plant nutrition to the plants. So let me, I'm going to start with from our company to our construction. So first about us. So we are in 5 years from this business. We are also incubated with all MIs, IMS, government institutes, and built more than 35 plus farms across 14 plus states. मुझसे नहीं
They are facing any issue?
Hello. So let's start with our services. The first service we will provide is turnkey farm constructions, in which we will give all the in turnkey basis construction. We will provide all the solutions, like from construction to growing all the parts we will cover under turnkey basis construction. Second is equipment and accessories, under which we will provide all the equipments and accessories required for the run a farm. Third is agronomy support. If you have already a farm but you are not able to run farm properly, then we will also support through agronomy, and we will grow for you. And fourth is marketing assistance. If you are growing already but you don't have any market for sale the products, we will also assist you through marketing, providing some vendors and the contacts, and also we will buy your products and sell for you. Third, fourth, and fifth is training and workshops. If you are new in hydroponics, you will join our workshops, which are held every weekly, and there we will provide you training and also provide detailed hydroponics uh, about hydroponics. Fifth, last is water testing reports. If you are facing some hardness in waters and are not growing the plants properly due to water crisis, we will help with water testing reports. You can give a water sample to us, and we will test for you. And we will move on construction part, like a poly house. What type of poly house we will construct, and how many types of poly house are there in India currently. So first is NVPH. This is naturally ventilated poly house, in which we will ventilation is through nature. We will not provide any external or additional ventilation like pad and fan. So like you can see that there is a vents. It is called air vents. From that air vents, the hot air will move out, and cool air will pass through curtains. Like you can see this, there is a rollings. We will open these rollings, and the cool air will go through these rollings and pass through these vents. Hot air pass through these vents. These are naturally ventilated poly house, and these are sorry. And third is fan and pad based polyhouse. These are advanced polyhouse, means most advanced polyhouse. These are in the fan and pad polyhouse. We use exhaust and pads. These cooling pads are cellulose pads, in which we can flow water, and these are exhaust. In the right side you can see exhaust, means there is only one inlet and one outlet in this polyhouse. One inlet is through pads, and outlet is through exhaust. When we run or we can on this system, the water will flow in a cellulose pads, and the hot air will cool down there, and the exhaust will through the air, means circulate the air in whole polyhouse. And let's we move in systems. there is a two system basically used in India. First is circulating system, and second is a drip irrigation system. We can grow all the crops in both systems, but basically we will prefer some crops for the circulating systems and for the drip irrigation systems. In circulating system, it is an NFT system, means ki it is a nutritional film technique in which we can use a flat bed system where we can flow a water in a fill form and the nutrition is mixed with water. You can put the plants directly to the water and water will flow continuously for maintaining the oxygen in a system, so the roots get not got rotten. And second is drip irrigation system. I can also say that in this system we can grow leafy vegetables only, like leafy means short rooted crops and all crops. Third is drip irrigation system. In the system, the water did not circulate. We will give water once, then we have to use another quantity of water. Like in the system, we will prefer some vine crops like hollow, big rooted crops like vine, bell pepper, English cucumber, tomato. All these crops are grown in this system. In drip irrigation system, we can generally use cocoa peat as a medium in which we can connect the drippers and we will provide the water nutrition through a water in that grow bag. Let's move in a cycle of the crops we will grow like leafy exotics. First is germination. First day we will sow, then after three to fifth day it will germinate, and we will increase what is increasing gradually TDS. TDS is nothing but a total dissolved solid, means a nutrition what we are giving to the plants. So after 5th to 20th day, we will increase the TDS, means we will increase the nutrition to the plants which required for their survival. Third is transplantation. After 20 to 25th day, 5 days, we can transplant these leafy vegetables in our systems. Like just just like I told earlier that we use NFT systems for leafy. We can transplant these leafy crops directly to the system. 20 to 45 days is life cycle, and after 45 to 50 days, we can harvest these crops directly from the system and go sell to the market. Third is these are wine crops. Like I am taking example for the wine crops like bell pepper. We can sow and germinate in 7 to 10 days. After transplant, 40 to 45 days, it can be transplanted. And after 1 month of the transplantation, we can start pruning. And 2 months after, flowering and fruiting will start. And after 3 months, we can take a first harvest. And till 8 months, we can continuously take harvest. And this is why us AgriJoy. I want to tell something about AgriJoy. We stand that starting a farm is more than an investment. It's a dream. We can respect our aspirations and commitments and value every client as a partner in our journey. We all deserve access to the fresh health foods. We from harmful chemicals. We talked about from traditional farming, seamlessly blending with innovative technology and the expertise to our professional growers. These are some pictures of our farms that we have already constructed in all over the area. And these are the crops that we grow in a hydroponic system. Like this is cherry tomato, leafy vegetables, lettuce, romaine, red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, red lettuce, and English cucumber. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful talk. Can you just share some more information about hydroponic farming, sir? Hello.
Like what type of information, ma'am? Can you
Sir,
ask some questions? Then I will
I
answer.
will ask you questions. You can answer, sir. In the meantime, stop sharing the screen
Okay.
and you can on your video, sir,
Okay.
so that we can see yourself.
Okay.
Yes, it's on your video, sir. Is it possible, sir?
Okay.
I'm not able to see your video. Yes.
Am I visible?
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. I will move to the questions now, sir. The first question is, what are the main types of hydroponic systems, sir?
It's basically two types. First is circulating system, and second is drip irrigation system. As already I present in a presentation, drip in circulating system, we can reuse the water that we already using, and also in but in a drip irrigation system, we only use one time water.
Okay. Which crops are best suited for hydroponic cultivation, sir?
For what? Like leafy vegetables or wine crops?
You can tell both,
For
sir.
let me, if you talk about if you talk about leafies, we can go like basil, red lettuce, green lettuce, romaine, bok choy, parsley, celery, arugula, and many more. And for wine crops, basically all in India, we focus in a bell pepper, cherry tomato, English cucumber, zucchini, and all this.
Okay. How much water is saved through hydroponics compared to soil farming, sir?
If you talk about circulating system, we can use about we can save about 90% of water, but in a drip irrigation system, about 70 to 80% we can save as compared to the soil farming.
Okay. What nutrients are essential in hydroponic nutrient solutions?
For plants survival, it's about 17 essential nutrition plant need for their survival. But in hydroponics, we will provide only 12, and all remaining elements plant take from the nature.
Okay. How are diseases and pests managed in hydroponic setups, sir?
Uh, by regular scouting, but as we know that polyhouse in a hydroponic system, polyhouse is mandatory. So infestation and diseases is means the less max to max about 10 to 20% as compared to the open farming. But we can also manage them by precautions and by organic sprays and regular scouting.
Okay. Can hydroponics be set up in urban or indoor spaces like rooftops or balconies?
Yeah, it's possible. We can construct in a rooftop as well, indoor farming and A-frame system in which we can use layer by layer.
Okay. What type of grow media is used in place of soil, sir?
In a circulating system, we can use like NFTs or flat beds, or in a drip irrigation system, we can use cocoa pit as a medium, which is inert. There is no nutrition in a cocoa pit. We can provide additionally, but as compared to in the replacement of soil, we can use cocoa pit.
Okay. How is water quality maintained in a hydroponic system?
Water quality means we require the RO water if TDS is high in any area that like if TDS is above 200 ppm, we can use a RO. Otherwise, we can use raw water as a directly.
Okay. How do running costs compare to traditional farming? What is the like?
Running cost is so maximum, but we can also gain a profit as compared to the soil. Means ki if soil have 100% running cost, we can have about 120, 150% as compared to soil.
Okay. What are the major expenses in a hydroponic farm, sir?
Nutrition that we will provide them, and other is setup. We have to prepare like polyhouse. If you are going for the 1 acre NVPS polyhouse, it costs about like 80 to, sorry, 70 to 80 lakhs. And rather than that, also required a running cost about for 1 acre like 15 to 17 lakhs for one cycle. It is a major cost required for the hydroponics.
Okay. Is there any government subsidy or financial support for hydroponic farming?
Yeah, yeah, there is a subsidy about 50% subsidy in a construction, means in a poly house. Like if we are going for the NVPH 1 acre, which cost about 80 lakhs. So government will give about 30 lakhs subsidy. Means your cost will be about 50 lakhs around.
Okay. How do you market hydroponically grown produce?
It will sell directly to the restaurants and horecas, but also we will prefer vendors. There is a vendors in every city. We will buy. They means they will buy directly from the farms, and also we can sell in a local market if there is nothing. Because
Okay.
hydroponics crops is an residue-free crops, so there is a demand in a market.
Okay. Is there a premium market or export potential for hydroponic vegetables?
Yes, there is, but we have to means we have a long contract for that. But there is a market, a special premium market for these crops. These are also exported in many countries.
Okay. What are the packing and logistic challenges in hydroponic produce, sir?
If you talk about in leafy crops, it's a cost about 2 rupees or 3 rupees per kg, and in wines about 6 to 7 rupees per kg, which includes all the packaging and logistics as well.
Okay. How long does it take to become proficient in running a hydroponic farm, sir?
What man?
How long it takes to become proficient in running an hydroponic farm?
Minimum 3 months, but for a smooth running, you have require approx 6 months training is sufficient for the running smoothly.
Okay. What makes hydroponic farming particularly relevant in a region like Uttarakhand, sir?
Which region, ma'am?
Uttarakhand.
Uttarakhand.
Yeah.
Uh, Ma'am, can you repeat, please?
Sir, what makes hydroponic particularly relevant in regions like Uttarakhand?
Because when climate change, generally, what climate about me? If we talk about the climate, this year it will touch about 50 to 53 degrees Celsius. In any region, not particular Uttarakhand, in any region in India, if we talk about climate, there is a vast change as compared to the last year. So we can control the environment polyhouses in a hydroponic system. So we can make a favorable climate for the crops, and we can get a best profits and a best crop for the production or a profit.
Okay. What are the biggest misconceptions people have about hydroponic farming, sir?
Biggest misconception is that it's easy to grow, means it's easy to run this system. We suggest that first you have to take a training properly and know the market, then you have to jump on that.
Okay. What crops do you recommend for beginners starting an hydroponic farming in North India?
Bell pepper and North India cucumber, English cucumber.
Okay. What about South India, sir?
South India, you can go for leafies. There is vast demand of leafies in South India, and like herbs is arugula, kale, parsley.
Okay. Can you explain how you manage nutrient solutions and pH levels across different crops, sir?
For different crops, we have to make a recipe. There is a recipe for particular crop, and also recipe is divided according to the stages of the crop. We will manage through a TDS measurement. We regularly maintain a TDS, what required for the crops according to their life cycle, and according to that, we will maintain pH, what pH required or TDS required on that particular time. We will maintain according to that.
Okay. How do you address challenges like algae growth, root rot, or power failures in hydroponic systems?
These challenges are means majorly these challenges occur in a leafy system, means the NFT system. But for that, we have to maintain like cleaning properly. In a week, we have to clean the all the systems, and also air circulator means the oxygen. We can mix oxygen in a tank through a external medium like motor, oxygen motor or thing. So if we will maintain oxygen and proper sunlight, there is a less chances of growing algae and all.
Okay. For someone setting up 1,000 square feet hydroponic farming, what would be the estimated cost and time frame?
It depends on the structure, which construction, which structure they are preferring for. If you talk about NVPH, it will cost about 20 to 22 lakhs. And if you talk about an fan and pad system, it will cost about 30 to 32 lakhs. Or if we cut the government subsidy, Means if we, that is about 50% we can get the government subsidy in every cost.
Okay. What kind of training or expertise is essential before starting an hydroponic venture, sir?
Uh, Training means ki internship. If we are going for the hydroponic system, you have to do an internship through, like we are also providing internship free of cost. You may also connect with us. And in that training, we will give you the hands-on training, means ki all the things you will learn by own, like you do the germination, harvesting, transplantation. Then you will know about the hydroponics and you will able to maintain or manage the farm easily.
Okay. How feasible is it to run an hydroponic farm on rooftops in urban areas?
Feasible means if you are going for commercial, or say if you are going for your use only, it is feasible. But you are going for the commercial, means commercially, then it is not feasible. Like construction part, like for rooftop is expensive. Means ki if you construct a same poly house in a open field or in a soil, it will cost less than about 20 to 30%. But you are going for the rooftop, it will cost max 20 to 30% more as compared to the normal soil.
Okay.
So it is not feasible for commercial. If you are going for your own use, you will go for the rooftop and indoor farm.
Okay. What advice would you give to young agri entrepreneurs who want to enter hydroponics?
If you are going for a hydroponics, first you have to take a training, proper training, in which you will learn from basics to the high level. Then you will know the, if you, like you are here to go or not for the hydroponics. But first you have to learn or give a take an internship properly.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank Mr. Vikas Patel for the talk and for answering the questions. This meeting will now be closed.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.